Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, David, had just moved to Lake Jackson, you know what I'm saying? And his name was David Stolenberg, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, what kind of God you got? You know what I'm saying? Uh let us, smoke cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? We out here smoking. You know what I'm saying? What kind of God you got? Let us smoke. You know what I'm saying? And he's still cool. You know what I'm saying? How you talk about God? You know what I'm saying? And smoking. So he said, man, I got Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I had heard people say Jesus Christ this, Jesus Christ that, but I didn't know about Jesus died for our sins. No, I didn't know that. So he told me Jesus died for our sins. And he explained it to me the way y'all explained it to me. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't think it was right, but I asked him where the story was and let me read it. And he told me Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. He said the Bible, you don't start it in the beginning. Start at Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And then he told me, he said, and John, and I ain't gonna say he told me this, but if I'm telling you to start at any book, I would start at John. I wouldn't start at Matthew. I would start at John, then I would go back to Matthew and start at Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. But I'd start at John. I'd go to the John first. Then I'd go to the beginning and see how it all started. But, I learned about Jesus. Then, I felt bad because they killed him. You know what I'm saying? Because it was murder. It wasn't no this and that. Because when I got to studying, and got to reading the Old Testament, God was showing me that it was murder. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, and that's why T.D. Jakes now really don't like me, because the truth I told. And I don't believe he really knew the truth until I told him the truth. But he was so far into killing me and God and the children of God, you know what I'm saying, that he couldn't turn his back on what he was saying. So he had to keep pressing, keep pressing, keep pressing. But then, I remember when in 2008, when I made The Last Adam and Exodus, the music, and I was going back every week. I would go make a couple of songs. I'd go make 2 songs a week, you know what I'm saying? And I made 10 songs over 5 weeks I went. But one of them times I came back from the studio and I seen David walking. And I was finna hand him a little, a dub, of my CD, a duplicate of my CD, because I was burning them and giving them away. I ain't give a damn. I ain't care about no money. I wasn't into it to make me no CDs, to be no rapper or nothing like that. No, I wasn't in it for that. So I stopped at David to give him, a CD. And I was making CDs before that, you know what I'm saying? I started doing this like 2001, 2003. So, he was that first thing he said when he walked up to my truck to let me know he already knew. He was like, I told you, man. Didn't I tell you? You know what I'm saying? He was all happy, you know what I'm saying? Didn't I tell you? That's why I like David now. I forgave David in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Because he sent David to me at the plant. But I went through it, I don't know, I ain't gonna say I went through exactly what David went through, what he went through. But whatever David went through, it must have been close. Because he knew how to trust God. Because I remember, and he got a new wife. In 2008, he had a new wife. Well, he had been with her for a while, I guess, then, because we had met in 91. So he had been with his wife like from 91 till 2008. So he had been with her a while. 20-some years, from the time he divorced till 2008 was 20-some years. So he had been with that. He had found him a new wife that loved him and his son, you know what I'm saying? that was a stepmama to his son, and he was good. You know what I'm saying? Then I seen him walking with his wife one day, and they both walked up to the truck and talked to me. You know what I'm saying? So, I know people was for me, you know what I'm saying? And I was riding through the neighborhood talking louder than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Crazy talk like a motherfucker. FBI Dawg sent the FBI to my house. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I met Jesus, through David Stolenberg. And David, I do forgive you for what you did to Uriah. Now I do. And you just stay with me and keep helping me, because there's some Davids out there that's doing the same shit you did to Uriah, did the same shit to me. You know what I'm saying? They did the same shit to me. Put him out in the heat of the battle and leave him. You know what I'm saying? That's what the churches did. That's what T.D. Jackson them did. That's what the jobs that I had did. Blackballed me and just left me out there to die, and bribed my family and told them they ain't gonna get no money if they let me live the way I want to live. But I'm gonna get off this thing. This God, man, everything I tell you real and true. It's the air you breathe. My next breath, I wish I don't get if I ain't the God that I say I am.